Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the dark world of narcissistic behavior, shining a light on one of their most insidious tactics, gaslighting. If you've ever felt confused, doubted your own sanity, or felt like you were constantly walking on eggshells, you might have been a victim of gaslighting. Narcissists use this manipulative tactic to gain power and control in relationships, leaving their victims feeling lost and questioning their own reality. Stay tuned as we uncover 7 common gaslighting tactics used by narcissists, empowering you to recognize the signs and break free from their web of manipulation. In my practice, I often hear from individuals who describe feeling like they're losing their minds. They question their memories, their perceptions, even their sanity. This, my friends, is the insidious nature of gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation where the abuser deliberately distorts your reality, making you doubt yourself. The term itself comes from the 1938 play Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's going insane. And sadly, this type of abuse is very real and incredibly damaging. Gaslighting can take many forms. It can be subtle, like a dismissive comment about your memory, or it can be blatant, like denying events that you know happened. Regardless of how it manifests, the goal is the same: to undermine your confidence, your sense of self, and your grip on reality. The abuser wants you to feel dependent on them, to question your own judgment, and to accept their version of events as the truth. This type of manipulation can have severe emotional and psychological impacts. Victims of gaslighting often experience anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. They may withdraw from loved ones, isolate themselves, and struggle to trust their own instincts. It's a vicious cycle of self-doubt and confusion, leaving the victim feeling trapped and powerless. But there is hope. By understanding the tactics of gaslighting, recognizing the signs, and learning how to protect yourself, you can break free from this toxic cycle and reclaim your reality. Remember, you are not alone, and your experiences are valid. Let's talk about one of the most common gaslighting tactics: denial. You see, narcissists have this uncanny ability to deny reality, even when it's staring them right in the face. They might say things like, "I never said that," or "You're imagining things," even when you have clear evidence to the contrary. This deliberate distortion of truth can leave you feeling incredibly confused and doubting your own memory. Imagine this: you bring up a hurtful comment your partner made a few days ago. Instead of acknowledging their words, they flat out deny it ever happened. They might even accuse you of being too sensitive or making things up. This tactic is designed to make you question your recollection of events, chipping away at your confidence and making you more reliant on their version of reality. Over time, this constant denial can make you question your own sanity. You start wondering, am I misremembering things? Am I being too sensitive? This self-doubt is exactly what the narcissist wants. They thrive on having the upper hand, controlling the narrative and making you doubt your own perceptions. But remember, your feelings are valid, and your memories are important. Don't let a narcissist invalidate your experiences. If someone consistently denies your reality, it's a major red flag that you might be dealing with a master manipulator. Another powerful tactic in a narcissist's arsenal is trivializing your feelings. They have this uncanny ability to make you feel like your emotions are insignificant, exaggerated, or simply too much to handle. They might use phrases like, "You're overreacting, don't be so dramatic," or "You're being too sensitive." These seemingly harmless comments are actually designed to undermine your feelings and make you question the validity of your emotional experiences. Let's say you express your hurt after your partner forgets an important date. Instead of offering a genuine apology, they might respond with, "It's just one date, why are you making such a big deal out of it?" This dismissive response minimizes your feelings and makes you question whether your hurt is justified. Over time, this emotional invalidation can chip away at your self-esteem and make you hesitant to express your needs or concerns. Remember, your feelings are valid and you deserve to be heard. Don't let anyone, especially a narcissist, tell you how you should or shouldn't feel. It's perfectly okay to feel hurt, angry, or disappointed. These emotions are part of the human experience, and they deserve to be acknowledged and validated. If you find yourself constantly second-guessing your emotions or feeling like you need to suppress them around a certain person, it's time to take a step back and evaluate the relationship. You deserve to be with someone who values your feelings and creates a safe space for you to express them openly and honestly. Chapter 4. Now, let's talk about projection. A particularly insidious tactic that narcissists use to deflect blame and shift responsibility. In the world of a narcissist, it's never their fault, and they're masters at projecting their own flaws, insecurities, and wrongdoings onto you. Here's how it works. Instead of taking accountability for their actions, a narcissist will accuse you of the very things they're guilty of. Let's say they're the one who is constantly flirting with other people. Instead of acknowledging their behavior, they might turn it around and accuse you of being jealous, possessive, or untrusting. This manipulation tactic is designed to deflect attention away from their own shortcomings and make you question your own perceptions. Projection can be incredibly disorienting because it forces you to defend yourself against accusations that are simply untrue. You might find yourself constantly trying to prove your innocence or justify your actions, which can be emotionally exhausting and ultimately play right into the narcissist's hands. Remember, narcissists are experts at twisting the narrative to fit their own agenda. They are skilled manipulators who will use projection to evade responsibility and maintain control. If you notice a pattern of someone constantly accusing you of things that you know are untrue, it's a strong indication that you might be dealing with a narcissist who is projecting their own issues onto you. Chapter 5. Diversion. Narcissists are masters of diversion, using it to skillfully steer conversations away from topics that make them uncomfortable or expose their wrongdoings. They're like magicians, adept at creating distractions to keep you off balance and prevent you from addressing the real issues at hand. Imagine this. You're trying to have a serious conversation about your partner's hurtful behavior. Just as you're about to confront them, they skillfully change the subject, bringing up something completely unrelated. "Oh, speaking of that, did you see that new restaurant that opened?" Or they might question your line of thinking, saying something like, "Why are you bringing this up now? You're just trying to pick a fight." These diversions are not random. They're calculated tactics to derail the conversation and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They might even turn the tables and accuse you of being overly sensitive or trying to start an argument. By the time you realize what's happening, the original issue is long forgotten, and you're left feeling frustrated and unheard. Don't fall for these diversionary tactics. Stay focused on the issue at hand, and don't allow them to steer you away from it. If they try to change the subject, gently but firmly bring the conversation back to the original topic. Remember, you deserve to be heard, and your concerns are valid. Chapter 6. Forgetting or denial. Have you ever experienced a situation where you clearly remember something happening but the other person acts like it never occurred? When it comes to narcissists, this selective amnesia is yet another tool in their gaslighting toolbox. They conveniently forget important details, deny making promises, or even feign ignorance about entire events, leaving you questioning your own sanity. Let's say you had a heartfelt conversation where you expressed your need for more emotional intimacy. A few days later you bring it up hoping to see some progress. Instead of acknowledging the conversation, the narcissist might respond with, "What are you talking about? I don't remember that." Or they might downplay the significance of the conversation, saying, "Oh, I thought we were just chatting. I didn't realize it was such a big deal." This tactic can be incredibly frustrating because it makes you feel like you're constantly rehashing the same issues, as if your feelings and concerns are not being taken seriously. You start to question your own memory, wondering if you're exaggerating things or misinterpreting situations. Remember, consistent forgetfulness, especially about important matters, is not normal. It's often a deliberate tactic used by narcissists to keep you off balance and maintain control. Don't be afraid to document conversations, keep track of agreements, or simply trust your gut instinct when something feels off. Your experiences are valid, and you deserve to be heard. Chapter 7. Isolation. One of the most damaging tactics narcissists employ is isolation. They understand that a strong support system can empower you to see through their manipulation, so they strategically work to isolate you from friends, family, and anyone else who might challenge their narrative. This isolation often happens gradually. They might subtly plant seeds of doubt about your loved ones, making snide comments or criticizing their intentions. They might try to control who you spend time with, making you feel guilty for wanting to see your friends or family. Over time, these subtle manipulations can create a wedge between you and your support system, leaving you feeling isolated and alone. Narcissists thrive in environments where they have complete control. By isolating you from your loved ones, they become your primary source of validation and support. This makes you more reliant on them, more vulnerable to their manipulation, and less likely to seek help or validation from others. If you notice a pattern of someone consistently trying to control your social interactions, isolate you from loved ones, or make you feel guilty for spending time with others, it's a major red flag. Remember, healthy relationships thrive on connection and support. Outro, reclaiming your reality. Thank you for joining me on this journey of unmasking narcissists and their gaslighting tactics. Remember, knowledge is power, and by understanding these manipulative strategies, you can start to protect yourself and break free from their toxic web. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more empowering content. Sharing this video could help someone else recognize these toxic behaviors and begin their own journey of healing. Stay strong, trust your instincts, and never forget your worth. You deserve to be in relationships where you feel respected, valued, and loved for who you truly are.